Hi, everyone. Are you a mom that is still struggling with the acceptance piece of what you're going through with your adult child? You're definitely not alone. And we've talked about the acceptance this week. And today I want to talk about what that means for you as a mom. Like, what does that really look like? And so for those of you that are brand new to my channel, I just want to welcome you. My name is Sally Harris, and I'm a mom who walked a difficult road with my own daughter for over 10 years. And while her life spiraled out of control, so did mine. So that's why this particular topic is so important to me. You know, it really goes around the guilt and the acceptance and really trying to get yourself in a good place so you can move on with your own life. If you're anything like me, I took so much guilt and I took on so much that wasn't even mine to carry. And I had a really hard time accepting what was. But it really came down to acknowledging that I couldn't change someone else. And I know so many times we feel like, but we're mom, we should be able to change their mind because we have knowledge and experience and wisdom that they don't have. And unfortunately, while that is all true, unfortunately, society, their peers, social media, just life experiences does taint our reality sometimes. And sometimes it's for a period of time. And that's why I'm so adamant about making sure that you all still have hope and that you don't give up hope and that moving forward in your own life does not mean you're giving up. And so I want to talk about that reality because the reality of what the relationship is today versus what it could look like 6 months, a year from now, for me, it took many years. And that doesn't mean that it's going to take that long for you. And so I don't want you to give up that hope. But accepting the reality of the relationship where it's at, being able to move forward, and what does that look like for you as a mom? That means you taking care of yourself. And honestly, I just want to mention here too that this coming weekend, I do have on Saturday the 25th at 11 a.m. Eastern, I'm doing a workshop on mom guilt. And so if you see this video and you want to join, you can click the link below and contact me. You can just sign up there and follow the instructions. But that is where we are going to dive in deep in the root of what is the guilt. Because really, the guilt is what's holding you back. Because when you can release the guilt, you tend to be able to accept things more for the reality of what they currently are. We're going to dive deep into that. We're going to do an exercise, a group exercise together that is really powerful. It has really helped me in my past. And it's just a community of moms where you are going to be able to, like I said, rid that guilt and be able to move forward. You have to start taking care of you because when you don't, you're only going to go backwards. So if you think of it like, you know, your child is here and you're here and they're moving on, not necessarily in the right direction, right? Depending on the circumstances, but they're moving on with life. Sometimes without you for right now. But if you stay here or continue to go backwards, you aren't going to be able to meet them when the time comes that you guys are going to be able to reconcile. And in future video here, I'm going to be sharing my own personal story of my physical, the things that I had to deal with physically during this time. And I'm going to share because I want you to know that this is what could happen to you as well. And stress can destroy our health. That plain and simple, it can destroy our health. But you get to choose how you're going to respond to that stress. And so acceptance, working through the mom guilt and acceptance are two of the big pieces to be able to kind of like blast off into the new you, like getting rid of the old yuck that you just keeps you down and those ruminating thoughts that just don't stop sometimes. And I can relate to that. And a lot of moms that I work with, especially we talk about this in my membership a lot, my group coaching program, we talk through that a lot because it's very common. So you're not alone in that. And so I don't ever want you to feel alone in what you're going through. Doesn't matter what happened with your child, your son, your daughter, doesn't matter how old they are. If they're over the age of 18, which typically the moms here are, dealing with adult kids, right? So that's a whole different dynamic than taking care of an adult or a teenager where you still have the responsibility to try to fix and help and guide and all the things that you're trying to do when they're younger. So it's just a totally different ballgame. So I hope this helps you today. If you're interested in the workshop, the link can be found below, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.